Drink cactus juice. It'll quench ya.
Nothing's quench here.
So if you don't know by that little intro, I don't know why you're still watching, but we are going to make cactus juice inspired by Avatar because the new Avatar show is here and it's on Netflix. And there's been mixed reviews, but I think it's good so far. I think people are super hyper critical of a show that was so amazing as a cartoon that it's on this pedestal where it just simply cannot be beat. And they don't want to enjoy anything that's even similar. The show's good. I think the people saying like, oh, the bending is, imagine you're a kid again, it's good, it's fine. Let's make this drink, we're making cactus juice. So you're obviously gonna need cactus juice, so check this out. De Cooper, whatever, actually makes a cactus juice liquor, and it's really good. I'm gonna try some of it on its own, just kind of describe it to you guys. For a little bit more alcohol, we're gonna take tequila, because that just seems cactusy. I tried to be really cool there. A little bit of lime juice, a sugar cube, and now, while absinthe doesn't actually make you hallucinate, I think this is the closest we can get to hallucinating. So what we're gonna do here is actually pretty cool. I think absinthe cocktails are super underrated. There's actually a lot of history that goes into absinthe. When it first was produced in like the late, I think like 1800s, early 1900s is when absinthe was becoming really popular and a thing. There are these rumors that if you drank it, you would hallucinate, which is just ridiculous to say. Alcohol doesn't make you hallucinate. There's no stage where you're like blackout drunk and you're seeing things. Like, you might be seeing like your life go by, but you're not actually hallucinating. So there's actually rumors and there's not a lot of data to back it up, but there's a good chance that big gin companies push this rumor further because gin was struggling when it first came out onto the scene, and absinthe was actually pretty popular. So what better way than to get gin popular than by saying absinthe makes you hallucinate and is dangerous, despite that never being true. I don't know, guys, a little conspiracy action. Could be true, could be not, could be just me talking out of my ass. All right, so we're gonna make this really fun, really exciting. We're gonna do an absinthe drip because too much absinthe is simply too much absinthe. We're gonna balance our spoon on here, which is, it's got holes in it, so this sugar cube can dissolve absinthe right through it. So let's pop open our absinthe. We're gonna grab our eyedropper and we are going to slowly drip absinthe through the sugar cube. Now this takes a while, few minute process, but eventually this sugar will completely dissolve. And so we'll end up using about 1/4 ounce of absinthe for this. While that's dripping through, let's make the cocktail. We're gonna start with our lime juice here. Also, let's set this aside because I feel like I am asking for a disaster by keeping that on the cutting board. Let's add a little bit more absinthe to that. I feel like a chemist doing this. The drip continues. All right, in the meantime, let's start with 1.5 ounces of tequila. Next, we're gonna do 1 ounce of cactus juice liqueur. And I'm actually gonna try it on its own, try and describe this to you guys. It's very sweet. It's almost like triple sec, but I say everything went on vacation. But it's kind of like triple sec went on vacation somewhere where there's a desert and had sex with a cactus. That's what we got here. And it's really good, it's really easy to mix. I think you could substitute this in most triple sec cocktails, actually. Now we're going to add our lime juice. But before you cut your lime, you're going to very carefully, because these limes are tiny, you're gonna get a little bit of the zest. Now we're gonna slice and dice. All right, juice from 1/2 lime. Ah, that was a juicy one. That's probably about 3/4 ounce. Let's not forget about our absinthe over here, our little absinthe drip, and keep dropping that through. We want that sugar cube to dissolve. Ooh, and it's really starting to fall apart now. In the meantime, let's shake up our cocktail. A little bit of hand flavored ice. And we shake. Now, because we've already poured about 1/4 ounce of absinthe through our sugar cube, we're actually now going to pour our cocktail directly through the sugar cube, very slowly. Come on, last little bit of sugar. And I think these drips will just slowly knock it. Let's give this one final drip of absinthe and call it. All right, and there we are. We can set that aside. And you guys know I love stirring with my knife. I don't know if YouTube loves it, but I do. Give that a nice stir because we do have the sugar in there. We want to make sure it gets nice and dissolved. There are better ways to do this, but this is the most fun. Now we're gonna express just a little bit of a lime zest. Rim that around. Drop that in. And this, my friends, is cactus juice. It'll quench you. Wow, okay. I'm definitely getting margarita vibes with this one. You have to be careful with absinthe because it is such a strong flavor. It's super minty, super refreshing, super strong. You can't use a lot when you're using your cocktails. Some people will actually only give their glass an absinthe rinse, and it's enough absinthe for the cocktail. This one, I think we balanced it just right because there's tequila, there's cactus juice, there's lime juice. There's enough going on that you can do almost a 1/4 ounce of absinthe and it still tastes great. It's really just an absinthe margarita with that like slight cactus flavor in there. But I don't really know what cactus juice is supposed to taste like, so I just have this alcoholic one to go off of. Despite that, it is a really easy and simple drink. I think it's super fitting. And it really is like easy to drink. It's refreshing. It's by far the favorite absinthe cocktail I've created, but I don't know, it's just one of my favorites. It's for cactus juice. There's just a lot to love about it. I love it. That's it. That's it. We're doing one drink. We are calling it a day with just one drink. I think I've talked a lot about absinthe, a lot about Avatar, and a lot about why everyone should learn more about absinthe. That's it.